How about another big round of applause for the Next Generation Leahy? Weren't they fantastic? They were just great. I have to ask if there's a doctor in the house because I think I pulled a hamstring. So I don't know if somebody can help me. That's amazing. I'd like to dance like that. Who'd like to dance like that? That's fantastic. That's just great. So I wanted to thank again all of the volunteers who helped to make tonight possible. Another big round of applause for all our volunteers. Really appreciate all of you. And speaking of volunteers, I want to introduce an ultimate volunteer at Milwaukee Irish Fest, our board president. She has been a volunteer at Milwaukee Irish Fest for many, many years. She's absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Linda Clark Klibowitz.
Thank you very much, Patrick. And Falsha, welcome to everyone. Before we get to the entertainment lineup announcements, I'd like to share a couple of Irish Fest upcoming events, all to be held at our Irish Fest Center. First of all, on March 13th, Sunday, so 1 month from today, Family Day in the Village from 11 to 3. And then on March 26th, it's a Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock, is the Music and Images of 1916. A Mighty Squeeze concert with Jimmy Keane and John Williams is on Saturday, April 9th at 8 p.m. And you can check out all these events on our website, irishfest.com. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. The Irish website will go live as soon as these announcements are made. Are you ready? All right. As we heard from Ed Ward, our theme this year is Celtic World. That is just one aspect of the variety of music brought to you every year in August at the best Irish festival in the world. So let's begin. Introducing our first set of artists is the much-watched anchor at CBS News 58, wonderful supporter of the Irish community in Milwaukee, and a great friend of Milwaukee Irish Fest, Michelle McCormick.
Thank you very much. Some of our headliners for the next Milwaukee Irish Fest are Gaelic Storm. From Ireland, the High Kings. Yeah. Also from Ireland, the Kilkennys. Wild Colonial Boys. And last but not least, the Drowsy Lads. We'll see you at the fest. Slán.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And for our next group of entertainers, we have a very special woman who has been a major contributor to Milwaukee Irish Fest and its success. She's a longtime volunteer and past president, leader and director of our Milwaukee Irish Fest Summer School, and this year's Irish Fest Volunteer of the Year. It is my pleasure to introduce Jane Walrath.
Thank you. You get to see the initial wearing of my shawl. I'm very honored. And I've been busy cleaning the mayonnaise off from the Funkin' Wagnalls jar. And I am lucky enough to introduce Solace with a special guest, Karen Casey. This is their reunion year, so we're pretty excited that they're joining us for that. Next is Donald Clancy, followed by Jig Jam. Jig Jam is a new group. You're going to love them. And for the history buff, Grace Tolan and Barry Gleason will be singing the songs of the 1916, so you'll want to find them. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane, and thank you for all that you do for Irish Fest. For our next group of artists, please welcome our friend and the host of Ireland Tonight on Chicago's WDCB 90.9 FM, featuring the best of Celtic traditional music as well as stories and inside information about Ireland, Marianne McTeague Kiefer.
And the winner is... Oh, I got Ireland, yeah. From Ireland. Ireland. Oh, and you have them coming up pretty soon. Wee Banjo 3 is back. Woo! And another great group that hasn't been here in a while, Slide, we have back. First time here at Milwaukee, Runa. And then our own favorite, Socks in the Frying Pan.
Thank you so much, Mary Ann. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Milwaukee Irish Fest Vice President Pat Fitzgibbons.
Wait. Smile. From Scotland, the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Dallahan. Scarivore. And from Northern Ireland, Seamus Kennedy and McPeak.
Thank you so much, Pat. For our next group of entertainer announcements, a great visionary who founded Milwaukee Irish Fest over 36 years ago, Mr. Ed Ward.
Well, I'm going to announce the bands that'll be in the Celtic Roots stage that do represent the Celtic World Showcase. 5 of the 7 Celtic nations will be represented. Galicia will not. We tried to get Carlos Nunez this year. He wasn't available. Cornwall, which is in the southwest part of England, it's also a Celtic nation. We won't have someone. The 5 nations that are represented here at one time all had a common language and a common culture. The thing that unites them most now is their music. So I'm very happy to announce these bands, most of whom you probably will not have heard of, since 4 of them are new. But you can pull up our website tomorrow and you can get information on all the bands. From the Isle of Man, between Ireland and Scotland, a group called Barul. From Wales, which we've not had in the past, a wonderful young group called Callan. Representing Scotland and Brittany in France is the Celtic Fiddle Festival, who is led by an Irishman by the name of Kevin Burke. Last year in Ireland, we heard a band at Tradfest called Dabara. Now, Dabara you may have seen and even heard because 3 of the brothers out of the 6 play in bands that are currently touring. One is Runa, which is coming. One is Slide, which is coming. And the other one is, who's the other one? Oh, yeah. Anyway, 3 of the brothers were trying to get the other 3 to come in and join them, but the brothers played in Tradfest last year. The whole family came in, the first time they've all played together in 25 years. They're going to be playing together, and they've invited a very special guest, Moya Brennan, who was the lead singer of Clonard, to join them, and she will be doing her own show. Finally, we go way up north of Scotland to the Orkney Islands, and we're bringing in the Wrigley Sisters, who will be appearing here for the first time. A great lineup, a lot of bands you haven't heard before, and it's very exciting. The World Showcase, Celtic World Showcase, is going to be spectacular.
Thank you so much, Ed. Last, 6 of the best Irish dance schools in the world will be at Irish Fest 2016. We will have the Beglin Academy of Irish Dance, Cashel Dennehy School of Irish Dance, Glencastle Irish Dancers, Kinsella Academy of Irish Dance, McMenamin Irish Dance Academy, and the Trinity Irish Dancers. Plus, we also have over 25 local and regional bands that will be there, and our very own Milwaukee Irish Fest Choir and the Milwaukee Irish Fest School of Music. So I wanted to thank you all for coming out tonight, and we look forward to seeing you at Irish Fest. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I am so sorry. The Next Generation Leahy will be at Irish Fest 2016. Doug is going to come up and announce a couple more of the bands.
I wasn't quite sure how you guys announced it all here, but it's the same as in Canada. You save the best for last, right? No. I get to announce the Canadian acts that are coming, and very excited to tell you that the Dardanelles from Newfoundland are coming, 10 strings and a goat skin from Prince Edward Island, and the Next Generation Leahy.
So that is great news. Again, thank you everyone for coming tonight, and we look forward to seeing you at Irish Fest number 36, August 18th through the 21st. The Next Generation Leahy are going to start their next set, and just a reminder that they do have CDs for sale back here in Parlor B. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.